Hello and welcome to World Now. We begin with this breaking news from the Middle East, where a report from the Israel Prison Service has revealed that all 200 Palestinian prisoners due to be released today have been freed. This was after the conclusion of the necessary activities in the prisons and approval of political authorities. This is coming shortly after 4 female Israeli soldiers held captive in Gaza got back to Israel. Karina Reev, Daniela Gibor, Nama Levy, all 20 years old, and Liri Alberg, aged 19, were earlier handed over to a Red Cross team in Gaza before being taken to a meeting point inside Gaza with the Israeli military. This report takes a look at the release of the soldiers earlier today.
Hamas has handed over 4 female Israeli soldiers held captive in Gaza for 15 months over to the Red Cross, signaling the second release of hostages under a ceasefire agreement between Israel and the militant group. The 4 soldiers were among 7 female soldiers kidnapped from the Nahal Oz military base, where they served as Israel Defense Forces lookouts, observing activity inside Gaza. The women, dressed in green military uniforms, were taken on stage in Palestine Square in Gaza. They appeared elated as they waved to the crowds, with Israelis visibly emotional as they watched the live pictures in Hostages Square, Tel Aviv. Large gathering of Israelis exploded with joy as they watched the release of the 4 soldiers on TV. Once the hostages were visible on screen in Gaza, many cried, waved Israeli flags and held up banners. For those who lost relatives or still have loved ones in Gaza, the moment was filled with emotion. Optimism is still alive for families who lost their loved ones to be reunited soon. This comes after the Palestinian Prisoners Office and the Palestinian Prisoners Society made public a list of 200 Palestinian male prisoners to be released after the return of 4 Israeli hostages on Saturday. The list includes 121 prisoners serving life sentences and 79 others from different groups. 70 of the released prisoners will be deported, according to the Palestine Prisoners Office and the Palestinian Prisoners Society. Earlier, the Israel Prison Service said the Palestinian prisoners will be transferred to 2 locations. The Red Cross will then transport Palestinian prisoners to release points in the West Bank, similar to last week's release. Israeli security forces will also escort released prisoners. It remains unclear where the released prisoners will go after they reach the Israeli-controlled crossing at the intersection of the Israel, Gaza, and Egypt borders.